Hello, I'm Mike Gordon, and today on Weekend Rentals, I will be covering yet another unlockable game from Sonic's Ultimate Justice Collection, Golden Axe Warrior. A bit of trivia about this one. After development of Altered Beast was completed, the game's director wanted to make a Conan-inspired RPG in a similar vein to the likes of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. When Sega Japan turned him down, however, he instead decided to repurpose his Conan-inspired fantasy setting into an arcade beat-em-up called Golden Axe. Following its success in both the arcade and the Sega Genesis, Sega gave the director the green light to make more Golden Axe sequels. The result were 3 different sequels depending on the platform. Golden Axe Warrior on the Master System, Golden Axe 2 on the Genesis, and Revenge of Death Adder in the arcade. Incidentally, this allowed the series creator the opportunity to finally develop his RPG based on the old Golden Axe franchise. But with turn-based RPGs not exactly taking off overseas, he instead decided to model one of his sequels after the global phenomenon that was The Legend of Zelda on NES. That's where Golden Axe Warrior comes in. But without further ado, let's get started. In ancient times, a race of ruthless giants rebelled against the power of the elders. Usurped, they were forced to fight a brutal war. Many of them fell on the field of battle. Their followers began to think that the age of the elders had ended. Amid this turmoil, a brave warrior swore to put an end to the rebellion. He fought heroically, ultimately succeeding only because he possessed the Golden Axe, a gift from Thor's Spirit of Thunder. Many years passed, and the bitter incident was nearly forgotten. Forgotten, that is, by all but the evil giant Death Adder. Everyone lived in peace and happiness in the country of Firewood, a land ruled by a family that had mastered the magic of the 9 crystals, relics that warded off evil and preserved peace, and had also mastered spells of thunder, earth, and fire. Unable to attack Firewood, Death Adder conquered Nedoria and Altarulia, but longed for the day when he would finally defeat Firewood. Finally, a greedy high-ranking minister of Firewood betrayed the king, selling the gems to the evil Death Adder. Firewood quickly fell and was burned. Heroes of Firewood sought to kill Death Adder, but his gruesome monsters seemed to be everywhere. Left to his own devices, the entire world might fall under his evil reign. Unless, of course, a hero emerges brave enough to end Death Adder's rule. And that is the story of Golden Axe Warriors, a game that released in 1991. The trivia: 91 was the final year that the Master System was in market here in the United States. Although in other parts of the world, let's skip through this. Hold that thought, and since I don't know the name of the main characters, I'm just gonna name him Firewood's facing a crisis. Death Adder attacked and stole the 9 crystals which protected us. Death Adder killed your parents. Destroy Death Adder, get those 9 crystals. Yeah, of course, your parents were killed by Death Adder. That's basically the, trope of Golden Axe, where the main playable characters had their loved ones killed by the big bad of their respective games. So, because I don't know the name of the main character, I'm just gonna name him for this weekend rental. Especially since I don't think there's any chance in hell that we are going to be able to beat this game. So here's the end, the place to stay your gaming, and the shop. Okay. That's from right to left anyways. As I was saying, this was the last game, one of the last games released here in the United States for the Sega Master System. Many PAL territories, including Brazil, would, however, continue to produce more games for the Master System. In Brazil's case, as late as the late 90s. Oh, seriously, I'm not kidding. So, yeah, This is very clearly a Zelda clone. I mean, to be fair, yes, the creator of the Golden Axe series pretty much wanted an RPG more in line with Dragon Quest, but, you know what? At the time, you kind of have to follow in the footsteps of what's popular. And what was popular in '91 would be Zelda, as far as RPGs or RPG-esque games are concerned. Would have to be Zelda. Before anyone says anything, yes, Dragon Quest, Phantasy Star, and Final Fantasy all sold phenomenally well in Japan. They did, but they did so-so here in the States. And if they appeared anywhere else in the world, they did middling at best. Unless you are a Metroidvania or an action-adventure game like Zelda, chances are RPGs weren't gonna sell well outside Japan. Well, at least not on consoles. So I'm just trying to kill these guys. Let's be careful. So yeah, it's very much like Zelda in the way you control. If you sit there and do nothing, you get to deflect projectiles. They'll just bounce off your shield. But if you're moving around or attacking the projectiles, the shield won't be able to deflect them. Let's go. Let's exit out of here. Let's go this way. Shit. So, the big difference between Golden Axe Warrior and Legend of Zelda, as far as I can tell, is that even at full health, you do not get your sword does not act as a projectile as well. All you can do is just melee attack. Now, Golden Axe Warrior was planned to be an RPG. And at the time, it was even marketed as a Master System RPG. Nowadays, though, people generally don't consider Zelda-type games as RPGs. Yeah, there is the occasional overlap, but by and large, they're classified as action-adventure games. And the reason for this is because Zelda games, and by extension games like Zelda, like, say, Golden Axe Warrior, they don't have proper level-up system. As far as getting stronger is concerned, that is entirely based on exploration, whereas with RPGs, it's literally embedded into your ability to grind. You know, the more enemies you kill, the more XP you get, the better your stats become. I literally have no idea what any of those items do. A tip for anyone who wants to try out games like Golden Axe Warrior, make sure you have an instruction manual or a strategy guide on standby. Otherwise, you'll basically play these games completely blind and you have no idea what anything does. And you could get in a lot of trouble. Let's see if I can kill this thing before I... Good. And I go back to the inn suit for Ayla. And yes, I basically have to keep doing this over and over and over again. Something else I kept doing over and over again. Something I had to do during editing is I literally had to find... Was that... I don't know what... It's more like the gameplay footage itself is lagging, so the music music and the sound was, for whatever reason, ahead of the gameplay. So what I had to do was find whatever frames I could possibly... Shit. I could possibly kill off so I could preserve the, Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Let's do this. Okay, it's not. I keep dying to everything. Well, I am trying to explore and figure out, okay, where's the best places to go. Be careful when dealing with these slimes because if they so much as touch you, you take damage. Honestly, I will definitely say I miss the quality of life of actually being able to shoot projectiles from full health like you could in the original Zelda. Hey, someday if people request it, I will cover a Zelda game for perfect playthroughs. I can't believe that's actually a franchise I haven't covered yet. I own Link to the Past, I own Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, and I think I have Skyward Sword lying around somewhere. But yeah, I also have Link's Awakening and Minish Cap, and I'll say Link's Awakening is pretty damn good. Of course, they spawn somewhere else away from me. Okay, we can clear these enemies. Sure. At least it doesn't cost any money to stay at an inn in this game. I'm low on health, so I return to the inn to heal up. This is really, really annoying. I mean, it would really help if I have to go up to the enemy's faces to attack them every single time. Or if I knew what the items available at a shop are. Not that would help me much, because I don't have enough horns. Yeah, Final Fantasy, the currency skill, Xenoblade Chronicles, I don't remember what, I think it's like GP or something. For gold. I do know that I do believe that in Xenogears the currency is GP. There are more Pokemons as Pokédollars, you've got Vistas and Fantasy Stars. Golden Axe, it's freaking horn. Oh yeah, Zelda's rupees. All that makes sense. Golden Axe Warrior, the currency is horns. Okay, I think this is... I don't remember what that is. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, let's try taking this guy out. I think this is the first dungeon? Yes, it is. I see the big Roman numeral for 1 right there. It means it's the first dungeon. Let's go in here first. Jesus, come on. Stupid bats. Why does it always have to be bats? They have such erratic movement patterns. Okay, we kill them all, and now we have the key. Well, let me check the candles real quick. I don't see any secret passage. Oh, just one key. Let's try going in here. These out. Come on. Let's have health. Come on, let's... Careful. Alright, we are very weak. Let's head back to the inn. Oh, shit. So, typically, if you're just wandering around the overworld map, the enemies do not respawn after you kill them all in a given screen. You leave a screen with one enemy remaining, or you die on that screen, even if there's just one enemy remaining, all the other enemies will respawn. If you kill everything on the screen, like I did right here, they will not spawn back in until you either power off and load up a new save, or until you enter and exit a dungeon. Back to 20, and just like in Pokemon, you die, you lose a decent chunk of your currency. In this case, shit. And you lose a decent chunk of your horns, your currency here. It isn't half like it would be in Pokemon, but I think it's percentage based. Based on how many horns that you've accumulated in your journey. Alright. Let's keep on trucking. Shit. So far so good. Come on. Shit. 2 enemies left, too, and because we had 31, we lost 10. It's not quite a third because I lost 8 when I was on my 20s. Like the 20s, so it's not quite a third. So all these enemies that we killed previously just respawned. Because we didn't kill everything on the screen. Okay, let's go. Even though we are near max health, I'm just gonna head back to the end anyways, just cause. Side note, no, I'm not doing a perfect playthrough of this game. I'm just playing it to see if this would be something I would consider doing a perfect playthrough on. Don't know why. Like, maybe 12 games of Christmas. Because this is an action-adventure game, there's no way I can do accomplish everything the game has to offer in just a single episode. I don't even know what it fully entails. I suppose collecting every item and fully max out my health and magic is probably part of it. Let's plus save the game. So at least we have plenty of save points. Okay, we are. Alright, let's try taking out these enemies now. Okay, now let's head back so we could fully replenish our health. And then maybe take on that dungeon, that first dungeon of the game. I think I went the wrong way. Just hit him! Alright, one last enemy to kill. Come on! Alright, let's go. So now all of those enemies that I killed respawn because there was just one enemy left remaining. So I took care of all those projectile throwing pigs. Pigs and the slimes. I don't even know what their actual names are. Alright, took out all these enemies here. Alright, let's head back and heal up. Let's just shop. Now, some of these items are discounted. You can buy more keys. We can buy. I don't know what the feathers or any of the other items do. I do know that the keys are there to help us open locked doors. Alright, let's go ahead and... What's going on up there? I'll check what's going on upstairs. Bloody dog. Just a minute. So far, I'm handling these enemies a lot better than I used to. Alright, good. Instead, your lane. Alright, I think we should go this way first. So we have to clear all these enemies out before we can cross the gap up to the south and enter the door on the other side. These stupid bats. Let's take these guys out. Let's go across this bridge, pick up this battle axe. So, unlike the sword, which is like a vertical dinky, you actually have to get position in order to hit anything with. This is an axe with a wide horizontal range. Not a lot of distance, but it does cover basically everything horizontal. Be in front of let's go. Good. And flip the switch here with the candles. This one does nothing. Go left first. You know, I'd rather play the OG Zelda on NES. Okay, I got another key. Good. Let's go into this chamber here. And of course we get more bats. Them and their super erratic flying patterns. Okay, before I took them out. Let's go. Absolutely do not want to take a death in here. We lose a ton of our horns, but we will respawn someplace outside this dungeon, meaning all the encounters here will reset here in this dungeon. And we can't have that now, can we? I don't think we're ready yet. Yeah, I don't think I've even fully explored this dungeon yet. I didn't get the main item, so to speak, but that's literally it. took these guys out, and unfortunately I'm basically down to my last strands of HP. That's the reason why I'm backpedaling, so I can find an enemy that can help replenish our health. As we meet it just outside the boss chambers, and I try find the boss, it will kick your ass if you go take him on with less than max health. He's otherwise a complete cakewalk if you just wail on them. Good. Alright, so I'm just sort of fading out. I'm gonna try to wrap this up quickly. Come on! Stupid! I hate these bats! They're super erratic in their movements, and that makes trying to hit them virtually impossible. Oh, good. We got like we got, I don't know, pork roast, pork chop. Whatever it is, it fully replenished our health. So I can just ignore all the enemies that we can encounter in here and just head straight for the boss. Remember, there's no level up system in Golden Axe Warrior. This is an action-adventure game, not an RPG. It's by what the marketing or the box cover says. Yeah, we just have to wail on him, and we can take a ton of damage from this guy. And yeah, now to fully recover, we nabbed ourselves our first crystal. Unfortunately, again, just like unlike in Legend of Zelda, we don't get teleport out of the dungeon upon completing it. Which absolutely sucks, but we have four health left. Okay, we are now fully healed again. I need to find my way back out of here. I wouldn't necessarily call Golden Axe Warrior a shitty game or anything like that, but this game is painfully inferior to Zelda. You know where I will cover the original Legend of Zelda for 12 Kings of Christmas this year. I'll find the time to include it. Promise. Well, these guys are out of reach for now. Did the enemies just stop moving? I think I picked up an hourglass, but I went no because I couldn't tell because there were like two enemies on top, items on top of one another. Let's be careful here. Something else worth noting is that the axe is even stronger than the sword. So pretty much the one thing that's clearly RPG inspired that is definitely RPG is getting better equipment. The ability to obtain better equipment. Just try to take care of these pig minions and then the slimes. I could gain those pot roast and the bread, so constantly replenishing my health, which is kind of surprising. We're collecting orange, though I'm not sure what I'm going to do because we're about to wrap this up for today. We're one dungeon in, and I think we're about as far away from being ready to begin dungeon number 2. I don't even know where it is. So what I'm trying to do, I think this is good practice regardless, but I'm looking for some easier way to replenish my health. I don't go up here. Okay, here's a pot roast. We're halfway dead. Oh, once we clear these enemies out, we'll return to the home base and firewood, can set the inn, and I can sign out. So, we have one more game for this set of weekend rentals, and it will also be my first perfect playthrough as a result of weekend rentals. So, tune in tomorrow when we take on NHL PA 93 for the Sega Genesis. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And, okay, we have a for magic oil. Out of the way, this is Mike Gordon, sign out.